Cheers, everybody, and welcome to the Driver Recruiting Happy Hour. I am your host, Darin Williams, president of CDLjobs.com. With me, as always, is the president of Ten4 Recruiting and the man who claims to have invented the internet, Matt Beach. Beach,
what's up, bub?
Tell us how you did it.
Well,
the people want to know.
I don't know. I mean, it was just one of those things. I was just out in the garage tinkering around with something, some electrical stuff. I got shocked, and
as a youth in Saudi Daisy, Tennessee,
down in all credit down in Tall Pines Trailer Park in Saudi Daisy, Tennessee. I mean, some of the most best inventions are created in a trailer park. I guarantee you.
None of them have to do with tornado prevention.
That is true. That is the one thing that we cannot figure out yet. So yeah, but still,
you'd think they would invent a basement.
You would think so. It's funny. There's a local radio station here in Chattanooga, and Talk Radio 102.3, and I call in on the radio, but I've got like different aliases, so I do different voices. Yeah, and so
we've talked about who's the old
have we
one
talked about this?
Smoker's cough.
Yeah. But Saudi Boy is one of the voices that I do. I don't know if I've told you that. And so they call in, they'll know, I'll go, hey, this is Saudi Boy. And immediately I think Saudi Boy's had seven girlfriends, but it's the same girlfriend. And he's been married 4 times to her. And so he's divorced her multiple times, and he ends up bringing her back as his girlfriend. And he's from Tall Pines Trailer Park.
Do people follow along with this? It seems like it's kind of a sideline to the Joe Dirt story.
The recordings are amazing. And so I've got them somewhere hidden. We've got to play them one time. I've got them on an MP5 or whatever you call it. They're out there. I've done Old Lady Voice, Ruby Evans.
Ruby, you did Ruby on here.
Yeah.
Ruby has a smoker's cough.
Oh, Darin Williams, you're such a handsome boy, mighty fine boy. Didn't I tell you?
Anyway, that's how it goes. It's hurting my.
That's really hard to listen to. Even harder to listen to while looking at you do it. We need to move away from that. Holy moly. Hey, speaking of tornadoes, we've got somebody from Tulsa with us today. Tornado capital of the world. And the youngest guest we've ever had, she brought to our attention, the digital marketing manager of Melton Truck Lines, Kennedy Ruley.
Hello.
Kennedy.
Thank you for having me. I'm doing good. There's a tornado outside right now. It's just another day in Oklahoma.
You live in Oklahoma. You're going to have that.
That is funny that you brought up radio personalities, because here in Tulsa, there used to be someone called Roy D. Mercer. Have you ever heard of him?
Yes.
I love.
Hilarious.
I mean, that was the start of the prank calling days.
Your inspiration.
Roy D. Mercer. Oh yeah.
How big of a boy are you? How big a boy are you? He was a radio guy in Tulsa?
He was. I think he was based out of Tulsa, if I remember right. But
I didn't know that. Now, he would have been on the radio before you were born.
Yes, this was learned from prior generations. My father.
I say, because I think I was in college the first time I ever heard him.
Yeah.
Which was again before you were born.
Yeah.
They're all on YouTube though. They have survived.
Oh yeah.
They've transcended generations. There's one about
I know what Roy D. Mercer looks like.
To be honest, no.
I've never seen him. I don't think I've ever seen him face to face. This right here. I could be Roy D. Mercer. Who knows?
For all you know. He passed away though, so unless you're back.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's too bad.
Someone found him.
Cheers to Roy D. Mercer.
He found a bigger boy. He found a bigger boy.
Found that big old boy. So Kennedy, tell us what's happening in your world.
Personally?
Sure. Well, yeah, we don't care about your job.
Okay.
Yeah, personally.
I figured this was not going to go in the direction of my job, and that's fine. I am planning a wedding in November. Yeah. So in the thick of that, my own. Yes.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Now, was there ever a talk of, okay, we're going to do a wedding, or did you just go, look, how much is this thing going to cost us?
So yeah,
Can
if
we
it
just
weren't
can we just go to Vegas? Give me what's a wedding cost? 20 grand, 30 grand? What?
not my wedding, no. But people, it's very easy to get up to that amount. That's the deal. There was a slight minute where I was like, you know what, let's just elope. Let's call it good. I'm a
Yeah, I
pretty
told
low
my daughter that.
maintenance.
I told her the other day, I said, here's 10, I'll give you 10 grand right now. And we'll sign a contract that you will not have a wedding. You're going to elope.
It's just gonna be, yeah.
Take it.
But
She's like, nope. I'm sorry.
My father-in-law, rest his soul, told my wife when she graduated college, he would either pay for a wedding or buy her a car. So then I got stuck paying for the wedding, which I wanted to go to Vegas and get married by Elvis. But I got outvoted 1-1.
shame.
We're still married. So yeah, I think you should go to Vegas and get married by Elvis. Elvis is popular again because of a movie.
Hey, fun fact, I am an ordained minister.
Really? We're still looking for one. But you'd
We
have to
could
come to Tulsa
live
with the tornadoes.
podcast it.
The Happy Hour Podcast Wedding Edition.
Can you?
Yes. With
Already.
Reverend Beach.
We're going to go from 2 views to at least 10. with that.
To
What?
at least
10. What church are you ordained by, Matthew? Father Matthew.
The online version.
Does it have
The
to do with
internet
the
that goes
sun
in it.
or moon or
No,
wind?
no, it's just that can you stand up in front of people and say this? Yeah, and I've got my license to marry people.
Why did you
I've
get it?
I've got a friend who
online
did
and
that.
finished? Went to the program.
I've got a friend who did that. Guy I graduated high school with, and he did it for a nephew of his. I think he was going to do it, and I think he's done 30 weddings since. He's just very
Wow.
good at it. He's fun. People want him to
Yeah.
get up there and do it at their wedding. It's
I love it.
so if you're asking Kennedy, yes, I will get ordained, and I could
Okay.
probably be there in November, but give me a little lead time,
Okay.
and we'll negotiate contracts and prices.
When Matt said that, I was like, dang it. If one person was going to be ordained on here, I would have hoped it was Darin.
We could
but-
both do it, and we could
Oh, yeah.
put it on the podcast.
I'll just get a big sign of your logo at my wedding, and it'll be like
Sponsored
a big party.
the happy
So
hour.
what's your last name going to be? You're going to change your last name?
Yes, I
This is
like
breaking
my
news.
last name. It's sad, new last name will be Alvarez. So
Kennedy Alvarez.
I know it doesn't really roll off the tongue as much as I
think it
love him.
absolutely
It's
does.
just,
Yeah, it does.
I don't know. I'm just
Now
used to
batting
my
for the
name.
Los Angeles Dodgers, Kennedy Alvarez.
Res. I like it.
I like it.
It'll come more natural.
Now, are you moving your last name to your middle name?
No, I already have a middle name. But do you have the option?
You
Like,
can. You can.
Hyphenated.
hyphenating is
Ruley
like it
Alvarez.
screams high maintenance.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but you did. So
I try to keep a low profile, and I feel like a hyphenated
no offense
name.
to any hyphenated names who are listening.
Exactly.
By the
And
way.
like really,
High maintenance.
I immediately
That
rolled
would
through
be
my
a,
brain.
now, that
like,
would
oh
be
my
a
God.
funny. That
Who's
would
been
be
on
a
the podcast that has a hyphenated name that we need to apologize to?
Priscilla
But
Davis.
you know who we've had on the podcast and who Kennedy confided in me in a bar in Nashville that she could do a great impression of is Marilyn Serber.
Oh, please. I gotta hear this.
I said I was gonna start off the podcast like in my car in the driveway and just like shake the camera around and be like, I don't know where I am today, but I'm in my car and I'm here.
That's the truth.
That
I
is
think she's
Marilyn.
in. I think I saw, but where she's actually in San Francisco with her SJ, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
She does
And-
like that city sitter thing. Like she just goes all over the place.
It's unreal.
What
That
does she
lady-
do with SJ all day?
She does the city sitter thing, like they're these qualified
that?
babysitters that come and
Mhm.
babysit your kid. You can screen them and like have meetings with them beforehand. And so they
Right.
come out and babysit your kid all day.
Yeah, and that kid's a pistol. Ain't nobody gonna steal that kid. Ain't
I
nobody.
mean, like take them around, like show them sights, like do things in town, or
I
just hang out in
don't
a hotel,
know.
swimming pool.
Mhm.
I would assume both. whatever SJ wants to do, she
Like,
gets to
I
do.
would, if
type
I
of
had to,
thing.
I would just leave him at the hotel, lay down some newspapers, some candy. Here's some
Give him an
water.
iPad. Here you go.
Enjoy. I'll see you. It's got about 6 hours of battery life. We'll be back.
Yeah, she does it all.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Now, is
Yeah,
that
that's
your,
pretty crazy.
like, can you sound like Marilyn or just the whole?
No, I'm not even gonna try. I'm not gonna make that much of a fool of myself today. I love Marilyn. I'm just giving her a hard time, but
She is. She is the best. She does a lot for this industry.
yeah,
So-
busy lady.
Tell us about what's happening in your professional life.
Things are going really well. Like I've been in my role about a year now, as the
What did
manager.
you do before that?
So I started out as an intern at Melton when I was still in college. And then I moved into like a social media coordinator type role. And then I moved into safety and did like all of our online safety training and like our company app and stuff like that for a couple of years. And then a year ago, I was brought back over to this side as the marketing manager.
Now,
So
I have a question about y'all's social media. I remember I visited Melton a long time ago, and I think you guys, y'all were on the leading edge. Y'all were the ones leading the pack for Facebook and bringing it and creating your own driver groups. They had their own private. I think there was the wise of drivers or something like that, and they were sharing recipes, but they had their own page. It was all specifically for Melton employees and their family. Are y'all still doing that?
yes, so we've grown that. We started off, we had individual fleet pages, which was kind of cool because the drivers could like, discuss amongst their own fleet, but then we just combined it all into one. But we have.
Was that a Frank baby?
It was not. I think it was a Maryland baby, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it was
Or
Maryland.
this is just the Maryland Serber Hour all of a sudden.
Yeah,
We're still raising a lot of Maryland babies over here into adults.
So you could say you are the city sitter.
A little bit, yeah.
Look
Just
at me
raising
learning.
these babies over here. But yeah, I think we have close to 70% of our fleet on this page, if I were to think of the member count and our fleet count. So yeah, they share recipes, like ask about securement, like if they run into a big issue at a customer. There's like all sorts of things on there. It's pretty cool.
What a great retention tool, right? I mean,
Yeah. And it's a
wow.
good feedback tool too, because sometimes people are more willing to just put the feedback out on a Facebook post rather than individually to somebody.
When they think you're not looking at it.
Right. Yeah, there's office staff on there. We're here to help, but sometimes.
Who moderates that? Do you have to have a full-time someone that's like, okay, your job is doing nothing but monitoring this social media?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like, we do have a social media coordinator and she tries to monitor as much as she can, but she doesn't know hours of service, the intricacies of that and things of that nature. Like you have to have somebody from every department on there at least, but our operations group does a lot of monitoring on there too. So it's kind of a team effort, I'd say.
Do you think so? If you have like a large carrier or a mid-sized carrier and they're not doing this, then they're like, man, I want to follow that lead. Or we don't have a strong social media presence. We're really jumping into this thing called Facebook now. And I mean, what would you suggest? I mean, to me, it would be, y'all need to have someone that's 100% focused on that, because if not, it's just like anything. It just goes off to the wayside, and it's not. I mean, would you agree with that?
Yeah, you can't halfway do it. It's a full-time job and a half, I'd say. Sometimes like content creation is a full-time job, and let alone, social media moderating and things. So you kind of have to prioritize, but if you really want to get into it and be serious about it, yeah. And you have to meet them where they're at. If the driver's on Facebook, have a Facebook group. We're trying to get into TikTok as much as we can now. Facebook's just kind of a raised baby at this point,
I'm not gonna lie. I've got a great TikTok page.
I've seen a few of yours on LinkedIn. I can't say I just follow you personally,
Yeah, I wouldn't.
but
I
okay,
wouldn't, but
that might be
I'm
okay.
I'm impressed. I mean, there's a lot. Yeah, I'm okay with it. I did the whole get on the skateboard and ride around. They wasn't a
There you go.
skateboard. It was someone was like, "Are you really? I didn't know you could skateboard." I'm like, I can't. I literally had my wife driving the pickup truck with the tailgate down and me balancing myself on the back to try to make it look like I was on a skateboard.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I'd like to see the
things we
zoomed out
do-
version of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we need the third party of
She's
somebody
just
filming
screaming.
that.
But instead of drinking like cranberry juice, I was eating a meatball. And I was trying to help promote a local restaurant here in Chattanooga.
Oh, okay. So if I
Did
got
they
you
know you were
like,
doing this?
Oh no, they didn't know until I sent it. They're
They-
like, don't do
It was unwanted and unasked for help.
they probably saw it and thought, dang it.
What's the name of this now defunct restaurant?
that. I'm actually trying to find it. Talk amongst yourselves while I try to find this.
Well, you try to
Well, I'm
find
kind
what?
of stuck
Your
on this. You
meatball
said,
TikTok?
yeah.
See? Doesn't it look like I'm on a
That's
skateboard?
actually, that's kind of impressive. Yeah.
And I turn the camera to make it look like I'm swerving around.
That's pretty good.
Jostling it.
I can't unsee that now.
Is this
So-
just a normal Tuesday evening that you just decided to go out?
Took the words right out of my mouth, Kennedy.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I've got another one coming up. I'm going to dedicate it to you, Kennedy.
Okay.
It'll go on LinkedIn, and so for that, you'll. It might include Vienna sausages. You ever like?
Okay.
You okay? Do you ever eat? You ever
Like
eat
she
Vienna
has a
sausages?
choice.
Have you ever had potted meat? Have you ever had spam or any of those three? Vienna sausages, potted meat, or spam? Have you ate
I
one of them?
think it was probably on like one of those you have to try this when I was a kid type of thing, but no.
You're missing out.
Spam is making a comeback.
It's huge.
Really
Huge.
It's kind of a hipster kind of thing now. Yeah.
interesting.
Slice of spam, put it in the pan, fry it up, slice 2 slices of tomato on toast with mustard. Phenomenal. Call it a day.
Okay. So we do have, speaking of tornadoes, my fiance's dad keeps like a full stock of like spam Sam's Club sized packs in his cellar. Just in case, if you get
Just in
stuck
case.
down there, then you have like spam and crackers for, a
Hey,
week's
let me
worth.
tell you something. If I had that base, I wouldn't even wait for a tornado. I would be in the basement, living in the basement, nothing but spam and saltine.
Spam and salty. That's all you
Come
need
out
in
once every
life.
6 months to sun yourself. Does everybody in Oklahoma have a full cellar like that?
No,
I mean, in Iowa, we just
no.
have basements because
We
it's
do
not.
not. No. But we have a cellar. Our house was built in like the 40s. And so our cellar is like walk-in big cement cellar.
walk
I'll
down.
get
With
down
the
there if I
outside
have
door.
to. It's a big like flat door that comes up from the ground.
Did you see the
Like
movie
heavy.
Twister?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I assume that's required viewing in
It's
at elementary school in any Oklahoma.
as soon as you're in school, yes.
Now, from what I hear, similar to us for like snowstorms or bad storm coming or whatever, bad weather, you got to go to the store, milk, bread, beer, whatever. But is it normal for when a tornado comes through, everyone just in the neighborhood just gets out their lounge chair, sit out and starts drinking beer and just kind of talk about it? Like, oh,
Pretty much. It's more like, and I assume it would be this way everywhere, but our meteorologist is like a celebrity. Like in Trav We Trust is the thing. His name's Travis. And like you tune in and that's your entertainment for the entire night. Like storm chasers, them. Like you have your
yeah.
favorite.
wow.
It's pure entertainment.
Tornadoes hit a little different in Oklahoma. I mean,
Yeah.
there's like nothing to stop them from Arizona.
No.
There's no
No.
trees between Phoenix and Oklahoma City. I know, I drove it last year.
Yeah, it's if you hit it in the eastern part of the state, there's a little bit more trees, but yeah, western part of the state, there's nothing. That's it.
I've seen 2 my entire life. 2.
I've only seen one.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And it is
Really?
and scary, very scary.
Are
But
you a
don't see
transplant
one.
from somewhere else? Or were you born
Me.
and reared in Oklahoma.
I was born and raised here, like a
And you've only
Maryland
seen
baby.
one tornado?
Only seen one.
Well, you're only 26 years old.
That's it. Yeah. Hold on just a second.
By the time you're my age, you'll have seen two, if my math is right.
Yeah, two.
Well, I hope you don't see
I was
any.
in a tree stand hunting when I saw my first one, and I was like, I can't go nowhere. I mean, it just immediately just didn't. I knew it was dark, and it was, I was like, I'll wait it out. There was no waiting out. I mean, I saw it touch down just over the side of the hill. I mean, it just got crazy, and I thought, well, this is it. Went down a tree stand in a tornado, but it never came that way, and then went off, thank God, in a different direction. It's unreal.
I think I've
Yeah,
only
they're
ever seen
actually-
two, but we went through an experience a couple years ago called a derecho, which I had never heard of until 2 years ago. And it was the scariest thing I've ever been in my life. Tornadoes don't make me nervous, storms, a derecho. It was sustained winds of like 150 miles an hour for 45 minutes. It was horrifying. It just wouldn't stop. Did terrible damage. Yeah, just crazy. Never heard of them before.
Yeah, they're honestly terrifying. Sorry, I've got a cough. I coughed until about 3 a.m. last night, so I knew it was coming.
Oh, I hate you. You're sick.
Well, yeah,
What's in
that's
the
your
jug?
fault for staying out till 2.
I'll be
That's-
fine. That's what I get for partying, right?
That's it.
I really don't, to be honest. I
It's
did
too
want to
late.
share something on here. So
Yeah.
Matt gives out his little face sticker things, and
We try to
so
discourage that. Don't encourage him.
I know, but I'm gonna encourage it from you, Darin. I mocked up like a little thing for you to consider, but I only had your
Wait a minute. You what?
I mocked up like a little thing. Oh, I can't host.
Of this
can't-
gourd?
Yeah, I can't share my screen, dang it.
There's no little version of this melon. I have got a big gourd.
Yeah, you do.
I don't-
After editing it, I was like, wow, maybe not.
Ask
But
him how many times.
like
Oh,
I had the little face ready to go. So
it looks like
That is.
it's as if the baby from Teletubbies grew up.
Oh
And
my
now
God.
he's
That's,
old.
this is his like LinkedIn profile. So I'm gonna get some.
I thought
credit
I
for
thought he
you.
had an earring almost.
we need to bury that and
No,
never
no, no,
show
no, no,
that
no.
Oh,
again.
it's here
Please
to
send
stay.
that to. Can I get a copy of that, please?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
We'll edit that out. On the bright side, having Beach called me the Teletubby baby all grown up beats the Mr. Magoo comment he makes every time I don't.
I was
It's
wondering.
become tradition that I get kicked off of this podcast sometime during it for about 4 minutes. And
How many
Beach and the
times do you
guests
think-
talk about my glasses being Mr. Magoo. And
Yeah.
do you know who Mr. Magoo is, Kennedy?
Not really, no. I've heard of the name.
That's what I thought.
But it's like the
Sure.
Roy D. Mercer thing. I've never seen him, you know.
How many
You
times do you
remind-
think he lost his glasses, Kennedy?
I assume you have like 20 pair around the house.
I do. There's,
Like,
I mean,
you know,
within reach.
you're about, that demographic.
I've got them all over the place and usually right here, always. I get a lot of crap for it, but I always know they're there.
They're always there. You remind me
Always
of
there.
like a Snow White dwarf, one of them. You kind of look like one of them.
This, well, this has been a fun, boy,
just
look
saying.
at the time. A
Just
Snow
nailed it.
White dwarf. I'm 5'10"-ish.
I'm not saying like height wise, I'm just saying your face. Like
but
you
what
have
would be
the
his,
beard.
which one? I mean, if he had to, like, what would he? Sneaky, grumpy. But what would he be?
I feel like
Sarcastic.
grumpy like kind of matches the role. Like
Grumpy?
I don't know. You're a really nice guy. I'm just saying like grumpy might match it a little bit.
Nobody said dopey. I thought dopey would be the first thing.
Oh no, you need a new one. There's got to be you're a new.
What is it? The
new
ninth
dwarf?
dwarf?
Yeah,
Are we
Like
allowed
the
to say
12th
dwarf?
man?
this is sarcastic.
Are we
Come on.
allowed to say dwarf?
I think that's the proper term.
Yeah, I mean they use it. They use it on the ride there at Disney World.
Yeah. You just can't say the M word. That's a no-no.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would not be a horrible name for a dwarf too.
Well,
So we've got to come up with, I'm the 8th dwarf. Magooey.
No,
Gooey.
I don't even know the 7 dwarves' names. Dopey, sneezy,
got-
happy.
I got a few names I can throw out there.
I could just
Wow.
Photoshop the sticker onto one of the dwarf's bodies,
Please,
and there we go.
please do.
There's your sticker.
Who
And also
do I
put it-
call-
put it in the sun for the Teletubby. You got to do that. That creepy little baby. I mean,
Oh, this has been my least favorite podcast so far. Who do I call at Melton to wonder about how much extra free time you have and what else you could be doing?
I'm building vendor relationships right now. This is totally
Is
work
that what
related,
this
right?
is?
Exactly. This is perfect.
That's what I told my
Right now.
boss this morning. Like I have an important vendor call at noon.
He's going to be horribly disappointed when he watches this.
Yeah, they won't know.
Yeah, nobody watches this. You're safe.
Oh, I'm gonna share it all over the place.
Well, your name will be attached to it, so there's that.
Yeah, unfortunately. But you can hyphenate it if you want.
That's right. We can.
That's
Well,
prematurely.
It's true.
yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm not gonna. I want to stay on your good side, so that picture never gets out. I guess.
Oh, no, it's getting out.
Oh, it's
gonna happen.
it's saved already. It's
You know, it's out. It's done.
I
I've lost
started
like
thinking
20 pounds since that picture was taken. Could we at least?
you
update
do
it?
look like younger, or maybe I don't know.
It's yeah.
It's the
Younger.
new filter you're using on Zoom.
There's no filters. I told Beach
You
I found
turned
these
it
filters.
on. Yes, you did.
I did not because it gave me lipstick. It did make me thinner, but it gave me lipstick,
Ew.
and I only wear
This
that
is
on
a-
weekends.
Pre-built filter.
This is me.
So
So
In
if
the
we're gonna do
flesh.
this, I need a better picture. Maybe we could. No, that's a Beach thing. I'm not stepping into that. We don't need that. We don't need 2 face stickers out in the world all over
I
the
think
place.
it's genius. He's got to have a little
You
competition.
know what? It is genius. It's surprising that Beach came up with it. The funny
It's-
thing is he puts it places where people don't ask him to put it.
Oh, I've received like 5, and I finally told him at this last conference, like I got it.
You got
It's
it.
on my desk.
Don't need no more.
You're there.
I
Please.
know what you look like. Stop sending these to me.
I think it's brilliant.
Dude, I tell you what, you know what's funny is using the Snapchat filter on you. This has been great.
On me?
Darin?
Yes, I'm totally doing Snapchat filters.
Why are we doing this? This is why I didn't want to have video.
I mean, you should see what I mean, these are wonderful.
This is
Hold on,
exactly why I
Look at-
didn't want to have video.
I'm using the baby face filter. Oh
A
my
baby.
gosh.
You got a filter that can add hair?
Please
No,
show.
no, no. This is so scary. Hold on just a second. Now look at this.
How did you get a picture of that?
Oh my god.
That's nightmare fuel right there.
Gosh, this is so great. I'm just
We-
having so much fun over here. What were
That's
y'all talking?
genius.
What were y'all saying? What was that?
Nothing, actually. We're
we
just
were-
complimenting you.
No, I absolutely was not complimenting.
No, yeah, absolutely not. No, not at all. Not at all.
I
So
wanted
what's
to
on
ask-
your horizon, Kennedy, Ruley, Alvarez? Obviously, other than the big deal in November, right?
Yes, November
Other than
November
that
what?
big deal.
November what?
4th.
I was married November. Oh God, I hope she don't watch this. November
Boy, you should think of
Oh,
that quicker.
goodness.
10th. 10th, 11th.
That should have rolled off your tongue a lot quicker than that.
Yeah, I saw you walking down that path and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
20
you gotta
years.
know that.
20 years this year.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah. Darin, how long have you been married?
We got married in '94, so I flunked a lot of math classes. So whatever that is,
28.
28 years last month,
Wow.
May 7th. We went to the Kentucky
Wow.
Derby for our wedding anniversary.
That's fun.
I bet on every horse that rotten, stinking horse that won passed on the way home.
Well,
So
at least you got to go.
what's the honeymoon? Where are you going, Kenny?
That's what I was going to ask. So we're trying to plan something like truly tropical, like Aruba, Barbados,
Jamaica.
something.
Ooh, I
Ooh, I
want
wanna
to go to Bermuda.
Have you ever
Oh.
been to Isla Mujeres?
No, I've never been out of the country.
Oh, well then just go to Dallas.
So
Saudi Daisy, Tennessee. They've got a little beach here at Chester Frost Park.
no, but really, I've never been to like a true beach experience. I've been to Corpus Christi, Texas, and that is like brown water. It's nothing.
What do you call on the beach experience? Boy, saying the
Like-
beach experience on this
I know
podcast is
it's.
not safe.
I'm laughing at it.
We've got to come up with a different way to word that.
Saying I would do now. I would suggest doing like a sandals resort. Anything that's an all inclusive.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're young. Do an all inclusive for the first time.
First time, it is
Okay.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
St. Lucia
biggest
is
thing.
absolutely gorgeous.
Okay.
I've been to the Virgin Islands, an absolute phenomenal experience.
Okay.
Absolutely. But now you'd have to have your passport. Always
It
you
is.
need to get your passport anyway. But
Yes. Did you know the US government takes your actual birth certificate and puts it in the mail while you get your passport?
I did
Huh?
not. They didn't. I don't think they did
It's
that when I got it.
terrifying. It's terrifying. I almost
They
had a
won't take
fight
a
with
copy.
No. I almost had a
Wow.
fight with the post office lady. I was like, are you serious? So we're risking it for the tropical vacation.
yeah. Aruba, I would say, I know St. Lucia's absolutely gorgeous. The Virgin Islands are breathtaking.
Okay.
But also, it's one
Anywhere.
of those, if you do a singles resort, when you get off that reservation, you are off the reservation. You know
Like
what I mean?
it's scary type of thing.
It can be.
Okay.
It very well can be. We were coming in, we went to Negril, and driving there, you're seeing signs that says only 3 people killed this week on the road because they drive like maniacs.
Oh my
So it
word.
was a 30-minute drive from the airport, and we get to Negril. At one point, the cab driver stops, and this is like 11 o'clock at night. Completely just we have no idea where we're at, right? And we stop in this little area of town, have no idea where we're at, and it was just like an outdoor party. People just and they're just listening to music. I mean, it was crazy. He pulls up and gets out of the car and leaves. And we're sitting, there's another couple that was in the cab with us, and I look and I find a spork. And I'm like, this is all I got. If something gets us, this is all I have. And he comes back and he got a big thing. He got a pack of cigarettes and some sugar cane, and he needed the sugar cane to chew on so he can stay awake. I'm like, great. So then we get there, right? We get there, and the woman that was from the other couple, she had broken her leg the day before her wedding. And so, yes, bless her heart. And she hadn't cried yet. She hadn't had a meltdown yet. Well, we get to this place and the guy comes out and both of his eyes are red. What does that tell you? And he's smiling. He's like, come on. And he was like, I take your luggage. And my wife's like, absolutely not. I can handle my own luggage. He's like, no, I take your luggage. It's fine. And she's like, no, I can carry my own luggage. And I'm like, baby, give him the luggage. She goes, I am not giving him my luggage. He has double pink eye. I'm like, oh God.
Double pink eye.
I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And so I finally told her, I had to explain to her what that was happening. Oh, and then that was, when you know. I'm like, look, honey, everybody. So then we go up we get to the room, and ours is like right.
At what point do you kill a man with a spork?
Yeah, exactly. I ain't got to that yet. No, thank God we didn't have to. So we get there, and ours is like on the one level, our room, right, and all this. The guy goes, he looks at the woman that's got the broken leg and her husband. He goes, okay, we don't have elevators. Yours is upstairs. Oh, and she just lost it. We ended up switching our rooms. We're like, look, you have ours, we'll take yours. But it was phenomenal. It was great. All inclusive is the way to go.
Okay.
I
Are you
would agree.
limited like on food?
Oh no, I put
Beverage
it to the test.
choices?
I put it to the test. It was like 2:00 in the morning. Called them like, I'd like to have a steak. I also want this. They're like, we'll be right up.
Okay. Okay.
I think the one that we went to had 7 different restaurants on the property.
It's not. It's crazy. You don't
And-
really
Wow.
want to get off the resort.
Yeah, I mean, you're at the pool, there's just constantly, it's pretty great. And then when you get tired of that, when you get older, then you go to East Limor Heights. Then you just kind of rough it and hang out at the beach all day and buy your own beer.
Okay. So that's the only thing I've heard of, like, all inclusive. You're just really limited on what you can get, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, I don't know about that. I'm like
Okay.
I'm like an all you can eat buffet. You know,
Okay.
I mean, that's what I want.
That's the
I'm
way
gonna
we'll
put,
go.
I'm thinking in my mind, I'm putting a hurting on it. You guys are losing money on me, but they never do, but still.
See, I don't think the one that we went to had a buffet. I think it just had restaurants. You just made a reservation at the restaurant on the property and,
Mhm.
it's been so long ago, I don't remember, but that was good. But anyway,
Yeah.
hey, we gotta let Kennedy Alvarez get back to work.
Can I
And we
share
are the
one more
first one to
thing?
introduce
Yes,
her. as
share away.
Kennedy.
What you got?
I gotta show you my dog.
Your
'Cause
dog?
he's like my obsession. Yeah. He's
What's
a
your
little
dog?
6-month-old corgi. Hold on. He's sleeping.
Well,
So
where'd
here
you-
he is.
And what is that beautiful guy's name?
His
Yeah.
name is Dutton.
Where'd you get that? Where'd
Tell
you?
us about that.
Yeah, how'd you get the name?
Have you seen Yellowstone?
No.
The show?
I've seen
You
one.
guys don't watch Yellowstone?
I've seen one.
You want to know what's worse? There's a kid in the movie from my hometown. In
Really?
the TV show. Yeah, I don't know what one he is. He's a younger guy.
Why don't
I
you
don't know.
watch it? It is great.
During the when we all had COVID there, I got sucked into watching all these shows with my wife.
Mhm.
And now I don't want to commit to have to watch a show every night or every day of the week.
It's fair.
I just want to watch a baseball game and leave me alone.
That's fair. Well, I'd encourage you to at least watch some of it. But that's where his name came from.
He's an angry dwarf right now, ain't he?
He's
I am-
sleepy.
No, we're talking about
Oh,
me being a dwarf.
oh, well, he's a
I
dwarf
really
too.
am grumpy. Is angry one? Angry a dwarf?
I don't think so. I think grumpy would be that category.
I think it'd be, it needs to be like I could care less name. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. What, who's this one? This is I could care less. Oh, okay. How you doing? That should be yours. I
But he
could
don't
care-
give a bleep
Yeah.
dwarf. That is
2022 version.
And yell it out. Hey, I don't give a.
All right, we got to go before we get kicked off.
Okay.
Kennedy, thank you very much for taking the time with us today. We do appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Best of luck with the wedding. I don't know if we'll see each other before November. That's pretty close.
It is. It's what, 5 months out? Yeah.
5 months. Holy cow. Look at all
Now,
the stuff you got to do.
if your family knows how to party, I'm assuming every family, a lot of family members do, but if you don't and you need someone to kind of help that along, please send me an invite.
Okay.
Know how to party.
You could be
got
ministering.
55-gallon drums full of Spam. What do you mean not know how to party? You got this thing locked down.
They're Cuban, so on the other side. So yeah, they know how to party.
They
My
know how to.
family's-
Nice.
And
Not so
cigars,
much.
cigars and Spam.
Yeah. What more do you need at a wedding, really?
Is he in trucking?
My fiance?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's in piping equipment, I guess is the best way to say it. Pipe fusion equipment.
Do you really know this guy?
I do, but it's hard to describe what he does for a
Is
living.
this an online thing that's going on where you're going to be coming in from overseas? You're going to meet him November 3rd?
We live together.
All right. You just
figure
don't
it
know what
out.
he does when he leaves the house every day.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
leave
he
it at
makes an
that.
income. That's fine. Yeah.
He pays rent.
Yeah.
Kennedy, thank you very much. The best of luck to you. We enjoyed it very
Thank you.
much. To everybody else, be safe and keep on trucking.
Thanks, Kennedy.
Thank you.